The University of Oregon is located in Eugene, a city of 80,000 people, situated in the lush Willamette River Valley. Midway between Cascade Mountains
Touchdown, Stewart. Yeah, I got your speed right here.
Hey, ball corner 10, outside punt. Are you kidding me?
I'm really proud of where this team's at. We got a lot of work to do.
What's the deal, Duck family? I'm Kenjon Border alongside my boy Jay Stu. Welcome back into the flock, my guy. We want to welcome you to another episode of the Ducks of a Feather podcast. Listen, we back in the win column, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Ducks versus Rutgers out there in Jersey. 56-10, get the job done. But before we jump into the game, as always, my guy, how are we doing? How was the weekend? How was the fan bam? I know you was away for that. Hope all is well with that. You know, I had to let the people know not exactly what it was, but listen, family come first in this thing. So my guy had to tend to his family, but he back. What's the deal, baby?
We back, man. Everybody's good. Family's good. You know, we adapt, man. And just thankful for, you know, another day. Thankful for another week. And, you know, I think life throws you curveballs.
Yes, it does.
And you just throw them right back. Okay? Throw them right back. But no, man, we're good. Blessed, highly favored. And this week, you know, it's nice to be a winner when it comes to this football life, right? Panthers
It didn't
won.
make everything better.
Panthers won.
Nobody cares about nobody cares about the Panthers.
The Carolina Panthers won. The Philadelphia Eagles won. Tampa Bay playing tonight. They probably about to lose. Patriots, they won.
All right, what word are you saying?
And won.
No. Huh?
Won.
You know exactly what I was talking about. You know exactly what I was talking about.
And the Ducks won.
Yes, that's the most important thing, baby. That we did. But it was a beautiful thing to finally get back in that win column because we needed it after the last week, man.
Yeah, because, you know, I think, you know, watching them go to Rutgers, you know, hearing about their, you know, their travel and their arrangements, you know, all the things that they put into, you know, the preparation of these types of games, I think it was a perfect example of what it means to prepare. I just honestly think when we played Indiana, Hoosiers, what is a Hoosier anyway? It don't matter.
Something that whooped our behind. That's what it is.
Yeah. But, you know, I feel like there is something to be said about bye weeks, especially for college athletes, right? And I think sometimes you can take it lightly, right? And as far as how do you get back into a rhythm of things? Because I just honestly think for the Oregon Ducks, we know how they prepare. We know, you know, they're students of and maybe a leader in this category as far as preparation, right?
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they didn't buy in to, you know, showing up to that Indiana game. They showed up to Rutgers, as they should.
Oh, they showed up.
And they did all the things that they were supposed to do. Not sitting here, you know, giving them a pat on the back as far as, hey, man, that was an incredible game. No, I was supposed to go in there and whoop their tail.
Exactly.
So,
shout
shout out to them for doing it.
Absolutely, because it's good teams win the games that they're supposed to, right? Great teams dominate the games that they're supposed to dominate.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the Ducks did. They went out there, put up 750 total yards of offense, 415 yards of rushing. Dante had a nice day passing the ball with 335 yards. There's so many different guys that we can and we will get to that, you know, balled out in this game. But this was a you know, in the words of Mystical, this was a bounce back game. You know what I'm saying? This was a game that we needed. This was a game that we needed something like this after that Indiana game. We needed something where we could come back, find our groove, and that's exactly what we did. I mean, we could start this thing off right at home for us. It was great to see Noah Whittington get back and get in his groove. that's something that we had not seen really all season long before him to, have that long run. He was busting run after run. At one point in time, he was averaging, if I remember correctly, he was averaging over 11 yards a carry, which is absolutely
Oh yeah,
insane.
he ended the day with 11 yards to carry, 11.4.
11.4, 2 touchdowns on the ground, one in the air. And the catch that he had, it took me back to last season. He had a very spectacular catch last season, a very receiver-esque catch last season, right? And I see him make that diving catch. I'm okay, this dude, Noah got some hands. Noah got hands on
You
him.
know what? I remember that because we actually talked about it because then we started talking about whether or not you had hands.
Right. Boy, call me Allstate. You know me, Allstate, baby. I see what you just tried to do right there. The look on your face and everything gave it away, okay? But KB here to play all day, all right?
All day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Noah Whittington, though, a hat trick.
Yes.
Hat trick, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's what you call 3 touchdowns showing. Okay,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. FedEx, have it your way.
Yeah, Burger King, all that. Have it your way. Noah finished the game with 11 carries, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. But this, again, after Noah has been going through his struggles with injuries, right? Then you have the mishap at Penn State. So it's kind of been an uphill grind, uphill climb for Noah. And me having a personal relationship, like I love this for him, right? This is that confidence builder. This that get you back in your groove and go out and execute. We can talk about this entire running back room, but before we go into the running back room, something that we don't do enough on here, right? We give praise to this running back position group,
Yeah.
but we don't give enough praise to World, Pregnon, Harkey, Poncho, Dave, Bedford when he's in there. We don't give enough praise to these guys because when you have a stable of backs like we have, and you see every back that comes into the game and ball out, every back comes in here is busting run after run, touchdown after touchdown, play after play. That's not, that has a lot to do with the back himself. But they don't get to do that without those 5 guys in front of them. We haven't highlighted those guys enough in the run game. And I think that's something that we had to do because we would be remiss not to do that.
Oh, yeah. And we talk about it. Against Rutgers, okay? We got Isaiah World. We got him in the run blocking category. 78.6 rating, okay?
Do we know exactly what all that's based off of?
It's your assignment, finishing blocks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I also think maybe it is the success of the run, right?
Okay.
And so there's probably other things in there, but if I recall being in meeting rooms back in the day,
those what your grades were on.
You're getting graded on. Do you know your assignment? And did you align right? And did you
execute? Alignment, assignment, and execution, baby.
Yeah. And so so for a guy to be in the the high 70s, being in the 80s, I think all of the offensive linemen were in the 80s in pass block. So yeah. It says here on PFF, the last game, the lowest grade in pass blocking was Pregnon at 78.3. Everybody else was 88, 88, 85, 85.
Listen,
which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Protect the quarterback.
Protect the quarterback, 1,000%. And listen, where I'm from, C's get degrees, okay?
Oh, yeah, man. I like where you went there with that.
Yeah, where I'm from, C's get the kids.
Yeah.
Listen, A's and B's, okay?
Yeah.
But if you just so happen to get a C, understand that C's get degrees as well, okay? When you get that degree, it don't say, oh, he had a C in sociology or criminal. It says, hey, you have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree or whatever it is, okay? So
yeah, C is for congratulations.
Boy. Boy. Yeah. Can't let my son hear that. He'll use it. Okay,
Dad, I got a C today. Can you congratulate me?
Could you congratulate? Yeah, I can. Go turn that game off. Go turn that game off. No, we won't better. We won't better. But no. So again, shout out to this running back room. We'll get back to that, but I think we got to start.
Hold on, I got a question.
Talk to me.
When did you realize as a running back? Because I remember the very first day that I was told and taught to go thank my offensive lineman for making the way for me. Uh, when do you recall the moment that you said to yourself, "Man, let me go over here and thank my offensive lineman"?
It definitely wasn't until I got to college,
Mm.
um, because um,
They
um,
weren't blocking for you.
nah, listen, uh, right? So my senior year of high school, I ran for 3,000 yards and like
Mhm.
47 touchdowns. So you had to be blocking. Um, but I was making a lot of guys miss.
Yeah,
I was making a whole
you
lot of
had.
guys miss.
I mean, being a high school running back, you had to be special.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But my guy, my I won't discredit my guys. Like, I mean, but my starting center, Tango, Tango is about 5'2", about 180 pounds. That was my starting center. So it's not like we had a well of linemen, but they did the best that they could. But I will say it was once I got to college, right? I mean, we become more aware. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? In high
Yeah.
school, you're just out there playing, and I'm out here doing my thing. I'm not worried about nobody else's job. I'm worried about my job.
Mhm.
But once you become more aware, you become more advanced in your understanding of the game. Listen, buddy, it's not you. It's
Yeah.
not you. Okay. This. Everybody got to do their 111th.
Yeah.
Everybody got to do their part.
111.
Everybody got to do their part. So it was definitely once I got to college where it was like, yeah, like start that. Because I don't even know if I ever said thank you to my linemen in high school. I
Mhm.
don't. And so if any of my linemen are watching this, if y'all happen to see this, thank y'all.
Yeah, man.
Because without y'all, I wouldn't have gotten to college. So thank you 1,000%. And I really don't know if I ever said thank you. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm a good job, but the good job is not thank you, right? Good
Right.
job is just good job. You did what you was supposed. Good job. So now to my high school linemen, thank y'all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thank you for asking that, my guy.
Yeah. My,
Thank
because
you for asking me.
it just dawned on me because I had my weightlifting coach Mark Rubidoux back in
Mhm,
high school. I remember my freshman year, he comes up to me after we played Centralia, my first time getting in at varsity, and I went off. Going
mhm,
for it, I got in at the end of the game. They should have put me in there before. But he
mhm.
comes up to me, he says, "Hey, make sure you go over there and say thank you to your offensive linemen. Even if they didn't do their job, say
Go
thank
say
you."
thank you. Yeah.
And at that moment, I was like, "Oh yeah." Like, because at the end of the day, the big hog maulers up front, they in the trenches regardless, getting
Mhm.
stepped on,
Everything.
getting pushed out the way, getting ran
Mushed.
into, getting their eyes poked out, getting their hands jammed, their fingers
Yeah.
jammed, toes
Yeah.
all jacked up,
Everything. Everything
backs
you could
all,
think of.
lower back is all messed up. So we appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. Yeah.
Yeah. To all my
Yeah.
hog mothers out there, love you. Keep
Yeah.
on doing what you're doing.
Yeah. No, I definitely was thanking my dudes in college.
Yeah.
But I remember why am I drawing I just blanked out. Carson York.
Mm.
We would say things, we're not doing nothing, we're just getting in the way. That's what Carson York, we're just getting in the way. Y'all doing it. We're just getting
So
I'm like, nah,
sounds just
y'all,
like a lineman.
yeah, hey, we're just getting in the way. Trying to get you as much space as we can and not get in
Mhm.
your way.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the big boys, man, my big dogs. Um, but excuse me. But going back, speaking of, offensive lines and everything, I think it was refreshing to see Dante Moore be Dante Moore. It
Yeah.
was it was refreshing to see him be confident in himself, be certain of himself, be sure of himself, and deliver the balls that we're accustomed to seeing. Because listen, one game doesn't define you as a player, right? One game does
Mhm.
not make or break you. Everybody has had a bad game. Everybody has been in situations where they didn't play their best, where they didn't look their best. And last week was that game for Dante. That was the only game of this season where he didn't look like the Heisman favorite. But
Mhm.
it was really good to see him get back, return to form, deliver some beautiful balls. Outside of the interception that he threw, I don't know if it was supposed to be a slant, but it looked like it was supposed to be a 5-yard hitch that he ended up throwing to the inside shoulder, where the defender was, and he should have threw it to the outside defender. I think he said "my bad" right after that, so he knew what it was.
Yeah.
But it was very, 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 very good to see that. Not only that, Rutgers tried to simulate what Indiana did,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And you expected that, from
Yeah, with the
Seattle. You
zero
expect,
pressures and zero
yeah,
pressures looks, and then they back out. And last week he kind of got stunned because it's like, wait, are they blitzing or no?
yeah, yeah,
And then and that's exactly what a good defensive coordinator does. He disguises things. He wants to play with your eyes and get you to hesitate for that one split second, because that one split
hmm,
second is all a defense needs.
yeah.
Because once you hesitate, what they say, he who hesitates is lost, right?
It's lost.
And so the moment that you start to feel that, you start losing confidence, right? So
Yeah,
wait, I thought we studied. I thought I prepared. This isn't what I thought was going to happen. But hey, lo and behold, I think it was a blessing in disguise.
absolutely. You in my head, boy. You in my head.
Always,
Yeah,
always.
in my head, boy. Yeah, no, it was definite. It was something that we needed, right?
Mhm.
And I really wish you could have been on the pod last week. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
need
good.
because I said it. I know Stu had you had a lot to add to that conversation. But sometimes these games are needed, right?
Hmm.
Because you can go throughout season smooth sailing and never having have faced any adversity. You don't know how you respond once you do, and it can be too late. And so I'm glad that last week happened, and not to go back to last week, but I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad that we looked as bad as we looked, and not only for the players, um, but even with Will Stein.
Yeah.
Like, I thought he called a phenomenal game versus the Rutgers.
Hmm.
There was a one specific play that really sticks out to me. There was a same side toss to Dier Hill, and he ended up pulling the play side guard and the play side tackle, not pulling them to the toss, but pulling them away from the
Away.
toss. Yeah,
Hmm.
going backside. And so as a defender, you're taught as a linebacker,
Follow the guards.
you're taught to read the pullers. And
Hmm.
so if my guard and my tackle are now pulling backside, I'm expecting that run to follow that way. So I thought that was a beautiful play call. But when I seen that, I'm like, how do we go from Indiana to this?
Yeah.
Because this is who you are. This is who Will Stein. This is what you've been all season long. It's like every game is not going to be your best day, right? As a player, as a
As
coach.
a coach, and everybody is not going to have, every night you're not going to always be on the same alignment. And
Yeah.
and part of that is too, Kenyon, we haven't peaked.
No.
That's the beautiful thing about all of this, because we always say, if you peak too early, it's a bad thing. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of teams have peaked. I don't see any peak yet in Oregon's play. I think even last year, if you go back to last year, there's moments throughout last season for Oregon where you're thinking to yourself, man, have we seen their best game
Hmm.
already?
Hmm.
Because the
Hmm.
games that they did start winning, the Penn State game they won.
Yeah, I was about to say you can go all the way down to the Penn State
Like,
game.
man, y'all barely got out of that. Like,
Yeah.
y'all need to fix your your run defense. Like, certain things where it's like, man, uh, we don't want to be at Indiana. Indiana, in my mind, they might have peaked against us.
I don't know. And here's why. Here's why I have hesitation with that. I love Coach Signetti, right?
Mhm.
And his
Yeah,
approach.
we both talked about it. I mean, we were sending stuff back and forth, and I was like,
Yeah.
man, look, I ain't gonna lie, I can mess with this coach.
Google me. Google me. I
What?
win. I win games. Google
Yeah.
me. But I truly believe that Indiana has a great coach in Coach Signetti, right? And not only that, we always talk about cohesiveness of players, but the entire coaching staff that he has, some of those dudes have been with him for 7, 8 years. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That he did an interview. He was talking about, I think it was his offensive coordinator, it might have been his D coordinator. was back making at one point in time just $8,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a long journey. And so when you have a cohesiveness as a coaching staff and you have their head man, like we have in Dan Lanning, you have somebody who can inspire, you have somebody that you'll run through a brick wall for. I think there's still room for them to grow. I don't know. I don't want to say that they've peaked, right? And if they have, great for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I'm only saying just from the player standpoint, right? Like,
but have they, right? Because you're finally seeing the true emergence of Surratt, right? Becoming a true number one. You're seeing the emergence of, I'm sorry, I don't know their running back's name, and I hate that I don't, but you're seeing the emergence of their back. So it's like guys are still stepping up in play in spots and in moments in games and kind of finding their rhythm. Even with Mendoza. Like Mendoza's been getting hype all season long, but I think he's consistently getting better,
yeah.
you know? So, like I said, I hope you peak. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really just speaking into existence because you know how I do. I'd be hating on these college teams. Listen to me. Listen to me, okay? This is the Oregon Ducks of a Feather podcast.
You see it, baby. You see it.
Look, we gonna keep it a buck.
Keep it a bean.
I don't fool with nobody but them duckies.
Listen, it is duck gang or don't bang.
And you know what? Indiana plays UCLA, and guess who I'm cheering for?
I don't want that. No. Stop it. Stop. That's where I gotta stop. See, this is where real friends come in, right? This is where no, ain't no everybody from the 313. Put your hands up and tell me, no, this ain't that. This is not that. This is not that. This is where you gotta reel your friends back in, right? Because we can't have another team turn into Penn State. We can't have another team lose these losses and these wins. We need some weight come when it comes down to the committee making their decisions, right? No, we don't want that, Jonathan.
Man, listen, we're gonna win the rest of our games. We're gonna be in fine position, okay? I just don't want anybody to be feeling good about themselves besides them Ducks.
Listen, I don't care if you are, because either way, we still got to play.
But they still got to play. That's what I'm saying. You just got to win these games.
Yeah, we got to win.
It ain't listen, I just look as a fan, and to all the other fans out there, they feel exactly how I feel. The Hoosiers are a bunch of losers.
I knew that's where you was going. I could have finished your sentence. I could have finished your sentence. After we didn't gave this school all this love. After we didn't gave you all this love.
I take it back. But real talk though, they got a battle.
Yeah.
They have a Penn State team. I hope they recover from their losses. They lost a lot. And so whenever you have to, prepare for a team like that, which they do have to prepare for them in 2 weeks, and 2 weeks, counting this week, 2 more weeks, that's a test,
Yeah.
and we'll see where they are as far as the measuring stick. I'm just glad that Oregon was able to put on display the fact that, okay, this is a night and day performance, right?
Yeah.
And
Which it was crucial that they did.
yeah, because you see teams like Penn State, you see teams like who knows what Miami's about to do after they lost, right? Do they go?
Not only that, we could talk about that. Who knows what Miami's going to turn to after Carson Beck got on national television and threw his guy under the bus. That was crazy.
Something going on in Florida water, ain't it? You got
Boy,
Tua over there and the Dolphins out there talking.
Boy, y'all better stay off South Beach.
Listen,
Stay out the club.
Look, quarterbacks, shut up.
We like a quarter. I was when I was on CBS, we was talking about this a little bit, like off camera.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a newcomer. Like you're a newcomer to that team.
Yeah, to the
And
state.
so it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what you've done in the short period of time you did there. Like you threw your guy under the bus in a game where you threw 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. Focus on you. Like, okay, whatever it was. And again, I try not to get into these conversations because I don't know teams. I don't know their pass protection, right?
Right.
But to me, you're not hot when 5 guys are coming in, 5 guys are picked up.
Right.
That's but I don't know your protection package. I don't know what it is you're looking at, but
The reason
nevertheless,
the reason could be like true, right? It could be factual.
yeah.
But you keep that in house.
If he ran the wrong route, you go to him and you approach him in your locker room.
Yeah.
As a quarterback, when you lose it, when you win, it's on you. You get the glory. When you lose, you got to take that. When you look at the greats of this game, when you look at the Tom Brady's, when you look at the Pat Mahomes, the Peyton Mannings, the Eli's, the Drew Breeses, you look at Cam, you look at all these different guys. There are some Tom will let you know right there on the field, right? But when these guys get into the media, I got to be better.
Yeah.
Oh no, he did everything fine when he said there was a miscommunication. We had a miscommunication on the route. That was good.
Yeah.
Leave it there.
Leave it there.
Don't throw your players under the bus on a public platform because there's a potential that you may lose the locker room. And I know we just got sidetracked talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with us, but nevertheless it does because it's a lesson.
It's a lesson that people need to know what good locker rooms look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So as far as the expectations that are to be held for these teams, for Oregon, we don't be in the tabloids for nothing like that because we run a tight ship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that's the thing here. All right. We are positioning ourselves right now the way we're supposed to. The rest of the games need to look like Rutgers.
Absolutely. They have to.
They have to look like Rutgers. And what I loved about Will Stein this past game, get back on track here.
Boy, you good because you brought us back.
But Will Stein, the way he started this game off was balance. Let's get back to the basics. We're going to run this rock. No, Whittington, welcome back, sir. We're going to make sure you get your carries and find the rhythm for the way we're going to, play this game. He basically, 42 points in the first half? Come on now. Come on, somebody. Yeah. And then they let up. Okay? They let up after the third quarter. I was like, come on, man. I thought they was going to score 42 more points.
I did too. I did.
I did. Wait, what's that going to be? But they let up. They put what I love about this in this game is it gives the younger guys an opportunity to play. And all that it does is just enhances, that team. Because you think about practice, Kenjon. You talk about guys that don't get to play in games. They get a chance to go play in games. Guess what that practice looks like next week?
Yeah.
Confident.
Yeah.
Like now we all getting better. So this guy that just got a chance to go in on defense, play linebacker, and make a couple tackles, make a couple stops, get after the quarterback in the backfield, he now has this confidence and this swag to go into practice and really give us a good showing going into the rest of our games. So you talk about preparation.
Yeah.
This gives us the maximum opportunity to just prepare, not to see how many points we can score, not to see how many yards we're going to rush for, but we're going to go out there and see how good can we get, Kenjon.
Yeah.
Because guess why we play this game? Guess why you play the game? To see how good you can get. Think about it, bro. You don't show up every day, day in and day out, thinking to yourself, man, I just want to play because I love the game. No, you want to see how good you can get. You want to see if you can outperform your performance last time. That's what you play. You want to see if you can win another Super Bowl. You want to see if you can make another Pro Bowl. You want to see if you can if you rush for 200 yards, you rush for 100 yards, you want to see if you can up that, right? So it's always, as an athlete, how can I physically do better? Yeah. And the moment that you feel like you can't, you're going to be like us, sitting here talking about football.
Sitting here talking about it. You said a whole lot of good stuff right there. Okay. Listen, listen, Duck family. I got the perfect co-host. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I got the perfect guy with me on this ride. Okay, listen, I just want y'all to know how blessed and fortunate y'all are to have. Okay, the mind of Jonathan Frank Stewart. Y'all don't know who
Oh yeah,
Frank is.
yeah,
Don't worry
Frank,
about it. Don't worry
Frank the
about it.
Tank.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We're not gonna go there. I led us astray for a second.
Come back.
Oh, I'm coming back. I'm coming right back. No, but again, Will Stein. Um, consistency is key. Consistency is key in all aspects of life. And so we consistently need to see this version of Will Stein throughout the rest of the season. Like we can't take steps back as players. We can't take steps back as coaches. We have to consistently see this because this is who you are, Stein. This is who you are, Will. You are you're an offensive savant, a genius. This is
Yeah.
what you do.
Yep.
Like you put guys in position, you develop and create. Like you are an amazing play caller. So let's remain in that. Let's not overthink. Let's not outthink ourselves. Like continue to remain in that, man. And this Duck team will be just fine. Want to jump back into a couple of players. You want to go to the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, let's go to defense.
Let's go there and we can come back offensively. Another guy that continues to show up is Bear Alexander. And I'm loving seeing the emergence of Bear Alexander and not only just his emergence, but the path of it, right? One thing about this Oregon Duck team, Dan Lanning, Tosh, Tony T, all these coaches, nothing is given. That's life. That's the game of football. Nothing is given. Everything is earned. You get out of this exactly what you put into it. And I remember back in spring ball, I had a brief, me and Bear had a brief conversation, but I watched Bear put the work in for his body. Like practice is done. Bear's in a weight room. He's out there doing, getting his hips right. He's doing everything for his body. And I was talking to him about stepping up and being a leader. And I remember his exact words when he was like, man, I'm still trying to figure out what I have to do. I'm trying to figure out my way. And I was like, but that don't mean you can't be a leader. But I said that to say this. He's clearly have started to figure out what he's needed to do. He's clearly had figured out what it takes to play because he came in with the hype, right? But he wasn't starting first. He was coming in as a backup. And he worked his way into the spot. Well, now he's playing right alongside Amari Washington. And we're actually seeing what the hype was about. We're actually seeing, oh no, this is why we went out and got this dude. This is why this dude was talked about and sought after the way that he was, not only by Oregon, but other schools. So it's a beautiful thing to see him consistently work on his craft, but not only that, see him understanding the playbook and being trusted because that's what it is about playing, right?
Yeah.
I said this to a fan on Twitter, on X, and we were talking about the difference between talent and best. There's a lot of guys that have the talent or may possibly be the best, but they don't have the work ethic. They don't have what it takes to be the guy. But when you can combine the two, you reap the benefits of it. There's a lot of guys who are the most talented. I think Jay Harris is the most talented back in that running back room from a talent standpoint, from a God-given ability standpoint, but that doesn't always mean you're the best. Right? That doesn't mean you're the best. The best put the work in. The best grind it out. The best continue to work when it doesn't go their way and you gain trust. This game is about gaining trust. It's about coaches being able to trust you to put you on the field.
And when you are trusted, that means you are the best player for that team, right? We don't want the best players. We want the best player for the team. We want the best player in that role. And for this 2025 Oregon Ducks team led by Dante Moore, right?
Yeah.
We got Noah Whittington, a guy that they trust. When Jaden Lamar goes down, that's an opportunity for guys to step up. Who do they call on? The guy that they trust.
Yeah.
So if I'm a guy, coming out of this Rutgers game and I was able to contribute, to the max level like Noah Whittington did, I have to say to myself, man, I need to take this game and put it in my confidence bank. And look at, Jordan Davidson, right? my man is a freshman, okay? That boy
Yeah.
fresh. That boy fresh into this thing,
Yeah.
and he looking like a vet. Okay,
Man.
he is not. He is not a freshman. And we talked about it before we got on here, Kenyon.
Yeah.
As far as what the perception was when he got into that Ducks uniform.
Right.
Coming out of high school, what was to be expected out of this young man. And this is what a 5-star #1 recruit at running back looks like, ladies and gentlemen. And we have
Yes.
him for hopefully 2 more years, like,
You got him for 2 more.
yeah, 2 more
You got him for
years.
2.
And this is awesome because he's just a baby, man.
There's a reason this kid was the #1 back in his class. There's a reason this kid was the #1 back in the country. What I love about Jordan, and I think is the most important aspect, you have to have the skill to run the ball. You have to be able to do all of that. But one thing that if you can't do, you can't play. If I can't trust you to protect the #1 priority on my team, my quarterback, you can't play, right? That's what kept me from playing a lot at running back in the NFL. I wasn't a great pass blocker. I had moments where I was good,
Yeah.
but you couldn't. I get it. You can't fully trust me to protect the #1 priority on your team. And so when I look at Jordan Davidson, I love his pass blocking ability. And when I say ability, I love how we talked about this, how on time he is.
Yeah.
And for those who don't understand what I mean, but when I say on time, to be on time as a pass blocker, one, you have to know your assignment. You have to know where your threats are. You have to know where your primary guy is. Then you have to know where your secondary threats are. So if my primary is the will backer, that's my first read. Then if I have secondary, I got to locate each secondary player, the 2 safeties, the DBs. If they're a nickel, I got to locate the nickel. I have to locate that, but I have to focus on my read. And once I see my read, now I have to be in a timely fashion to find everybody else. And there was a couple plays where Jordan was in where he was on time and was married to the offensive line. And again, when I say married,
Meshed.
shoulder to shoulder, up in the line of scrimmage, creating that perfect U that we like to see for the quarterback to throw from that pocket. Oftentimes as running backs, we don't close the distance. We sit back and we wait, and that creates separation between us and the offensive line, giving the defender a two-way go. He can go right, he can go left, he can use his tools. But Jordan Davidson is up in the line of scrimmage, striking, and he's big enough to stay with these big guys. So I love that about him because that's been something, even going back to last season where we talked on here, I would say our backs got to get better in pass protection. We gotta know where our guys are because we're late. We're late to the party, and oftentimes when you're late, you're gonna end up in a quarterback's lap. So I love that about him, and I know scouts will love that about him because pass blocking as a running back is at a premium.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about the internal clock, right? You said it, your primary and your secondary reads, and your secondary can come from either side,
Anywhere.
right?
Come from the bleachers.
Like I always went through my progression with the clock, the same clock that the quarterback has. 1, 2, 3, get out, right? That was my internal clock. So
Why you ain't teach me that when we was inebriated in Stash House going over key protection versus eye front?
I'm pretty sure I did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You never taught me about the clock, boy.
Man, look, it's look, Kenyon, it's common sense, brother. The quarterback quarterback got 3 seconds to get out.
You got your progression. I'm hearing that. I'm just hearing that.
But look, you got primary, you got will, 1. You got secondary, safety, corner, none. Get out. Go on about your business.
That is so good.
And so usually it's like that first step, right? That first step is at your primary.
That's your primary.
Right? And so that's inside out. So so if I'm on the outside left, I'm taking that right foot step.
Right
at
foot
the
step.
Towards the center. I see you. You're not coming. Now I'm looking over here. And then I'm checking. No. So first you going boom, check backside first. Secondary backside, because backside take a little bit longer to get to. And then you going back to the front side. and then you get out on the front side.
Yeah.
The garage door is open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not bad, brother. I should have told you that. That's my
Yeah,
fault.
nah. We're gonna talk about this off camera when I can talk to you how I want to talk to you. But
Send
no.
help.
You know, I want to stay right there with Jordan because I'm both, and then I want to get to Dier as well. We said it some episodes back, where I said that we've seen Jordan in spots, right? We've seen him up on the goal line. Just wait till you're able to see him in the full field of play, you know, outside of the 20-yard line going in, outside of the red zone. And what we seen from him, we finally got to see him in the field of play. We got to see him in the open field. Jordan is a lot faster than what people would think on that long run. I said, now wait a minute, big boy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that boy's skating. That boy's skating.
Putting them up and putting them down.
Putting them down. Okay, that boy was getting somewhere. Not only that, but again, Jordan has great feet. He's light on to be as big and as much of a bruiser as he is.
Yeah.
He's light on his feet. It's a beautiful thing to watch this dude run. The speed, he has patience. I remember being back in spring ball. I said to them what D'Angelo Williams said to me and what he taught you. Slow to, fast through. In those runs, even his long run, he was slow to and then burst through that hole. And that is something every back needs to add. You got to add that to your repertoire. I'm fast. Now. Get the ball and go. No.
Mine. Mine, my ball, my yards.
That is, every back needs to go study Le'Veon Bell. Every back.
Hold on now.
No. So let me.
Now Le'Veon had a special situation.
He had a great offensive line. But what I'm saying is, you may not be able to do exactly what Le'Veon, but study his patience.
Yeah.
Le'Veon didn't all the time because something wasn't there. He didn't overt and go out. No, he waited. Boom, boom, and then it opened up late. It's the split second where something may open up. A lot of times we miss those holes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it looks close. Okay, now I got to find something else. But if you wait just a split second longer, it may be some daylight there. So there's a bunch of backs that are just super patient and execute the running back position at a phenomenal way. Go ahead.
You know who you talked about Jerome Bettis earlier when we was offline, but another guy, Lindell White.
Lindell
White.
Lindell
That's boy. Jordan Davidson got a little bit of Lindell in him. Okay.
I like that. I ain't mad. I'm not mad at that at all.
Because what I like about Jordan Davidson, his pads are always square, but his hips are doing a whole different thing.
Square to that line of scrimmage, boy.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, we got. I'm the future's bright for that kid. Him and Dier Hill.
I'm glad you said him because I'm pissed at him. I'm mad.
Why?
I don't know if you're gonna see this, Dier. Keep your head up. On that play where you ran Buddy over, you do that against the wrong defender, somebody that's matching your energy, coming with speed, power, and authority, you're gonna be eating out of a feeding tube. Keep your head up.
Yeah.
You putting your neck at jeopardy, young fella. Don't do that. Please don't do that ever. I seen that. I said, damn.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Keep your head
shock
up.
through your spine.
Yeah, my God. Keep your head up, bro.
Don't be out here being like Scatterboo. Don't be out here like Scatterboo.
Scatterboo ain't got no neck. It's different. My dude, it's head and shoulders. You know what I'm saying? He has no neck. Everybody can't be Scatterboo, and don't you dare try. Keep your head up, bro.
Because if Scatterboo, if you listening to this, if somebody send it to him, you need to protect yourself because you're gonna knock yourself out.
But listen, some people just built different. Some people built different.
He's built different, but I'm telling you, if he do not protect himself, I saw this past game against the Denver Broncos when the game was on the line and he needed to show up and put it to somebody. He got ran over because he ain't gonna be able to match that energy every time he gets onto the field. I'm telling you, it's not going. You gotta add a
Some
whole
people was
different.
born to be crash outs.
You,
Bo Scatterbo is a crash out.
he is a
He's a
crash out.
crash out.
But I want him to make sure that he don't crash himself out.
I feel you. No, I feel that. I feel that 1000%. Um, I do the Locked On Chargers podcast every week. And when I think about this running back room, one thing that comes to my mind is Coach Harbaugh.
Oh,
When he asks, who has it better than us? And so
nobody.
to the flock, like when you look at our running back room, there's not another university in the country that has it better than us. Like we have a luxury. We got a luxury on a lot of spots on this field. Tight end, receiver. We got a luxury on the defensive side of the ball. And I continue to hold true to this, and I pray that it's sooner. But I think with the evolution of Aaron, the evolution of Finney, the evolution of DT, the evolution of who we don't get to see a lot of, but the talent is there is Naeem offered. Like we have a luxury all over this field. We got this team, this nucleus is young. Like we listen, I firmly believe and still have my mind on 2027. I said that. I still believe it and I hope that is sooner. But listen, we got a luxury that a lot of people don't have at a lot of spots, and there's nobody in the country that has it better than us. Just man, this is great. I know we getting long. One more
Yeah.
person we got to talk about, Decorian.
Oh yeah.
Decorian, he ran a route, bro, that was absolutely, in the words of my brother, it was immaculate. That corner post that he ran.
Yeah.
I tell young cats all when I go to the Manning Passing Academy and I'm working East Camp and we working routes. As a ball carrier, as a route runner, you are a dream seller. And I tell them kids, I get the older kids, and I tell them most of y'all practice this every single day when y'all talking to women. Every single day, y'all selling dreams. It's no different when you get on this field. So you have to sell. You're selling a dream to the defender.
Yeah.
That boy sold that corner so beautifully and came back and hit that post. Boy, absolutely beautiful. But DK, dead feet is suicide for a punt returner. If your feet die, you'll never get the opportunity for a return, and that's exactly what happened on that muff punt. You stopped your feet. Light feet. Light feet, not crazy feet, not super busy feet, not chaotic feet, but light feet will put you in a much better position to where you're not lunging for the ball. And I know you got all the confidence in the world in your hands, but as a punt returner, we can't catch them balls with our hands.
Man, look, Kenyon, you need to go and just do a clinic for the University of Oregon.
I'm gonna go. I'm next this coming off season. Because Dan asked me at the end of spring ball, he was like, come back and work with the returners. I didn't have the time to do so.
Yeah.
But when football season ends and everything settles down, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna actually work with these dudes and like really spend some time. I'll probably go out there for about see if I can get out there, get some clearance, get out there for about a month.
Yeah, get out there for a month. Bring Jimmy
Yeah.
Radcliffe with you. I'll
Yeah,
even come
man.
with you. They need to, you
Yeah.
remember doing the drill with the two footballs?
Two footballs, the tennis balls,
Tennis
the
ball?
towels, putting towels in between your armpits, so you have to
Yeah.
so you have to create that pocket. Tennis balls, so you can't use your hands. 2 footballs, so you learn how to catch the ball in the pocket.
And you're always in running position. Like you
But that's
shuffle-
different nowadays. That's different nowadays.
How?
I even so when I got to the league, Darren Sproles changed the way that I caught punts. Like I never wanted to catch the ball in that vertical stance, right foot in front of the left or left foot in front of the other, because that eliminates my ability to get lateral. Right? It's a lot harder for me to make a guy miss if I need to make him miss left, if I need to get completely lateral.
especially punt return, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Coach Rab was great in that aspect of teaching how to read the ball, teaching all of that. It was great. Coach Rab was phenomenal for me, don't get me wrong. But I need to catch that ball with my feet squared because I understand what gunner's job, the first gunner down the field, his job is to cut off the field and not allow me to get to it. So he's going to attack that outside leg. I need to be able to get lateral away from him. So once I begin to understand that changed, the first guy never really tackled me. I can't remember. I'm not saying it never happened, but I made you the first guy didn't make the tackle. And as a punt returner, if you can't make the first guy miss, you can't be a returner. And so that stance is what helped out a lot with that. But I'm gonna get out there and work with them boys. But let's get into what we got to get into now. We got Wisconsin coming to town. We got the Badgers. This is a struggling team. We're not gonna spend a lot of time here. They are 3-4, 0-4 in the Big Ten. This is a team who has been shut out the last 2 weeks. And this is the first time that they've been shut out, 2 shutouts in a row, probably since Jesus Christ walked the earth. So with that being said, this game, there's not a lot to go over. There's not a lot to talk about. We can keep this short, sweet, simple, and get straight to the point. This should be another blowout victory for Oregon. There's no question about it. This game is at home. We're back at the crib. We got our fans. We get our energy. We get our crowd noise. We get the comfort of our own. Well, I don't know if they stay in a hotel, but we don't got to travel.
Yeah.
This game should not be close. It shouldn't. And I don't. Again, it shouldn't be close. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna let you go into that because I can really keep going.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game where we just got to make sure we go back to what we just did, right? And the cool thing about it is you get to go home. You get to go home and do it, right?
Yeah.
You went on an away trip, right? And you went to go find yourself again, and you found yourself, and so now present yourself in front of your home crowd. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, and to my understanding, I mean, the Wisconsin Badgers, they
Them
bad.
boys been getting badgered all season long.
Oh man. But, I think, it doesn't really matter what they do. This is a game, again, about Oregon Ducks and what we're supposed to do. We as viewers, as fans, as guys talking about this game, we don't have to respect this team. But
Nope, we don't.
but the Oregon Ducks, those players, your preparation has to have some respect because that's
These boys
what
lost them. Oh no, they beat Miami, Ohio. My fault. Still, go ahead.
that's what we lacked in the Indiana game. And I just want us to make sure that should just be a lesson learned. And we should see that lesson being carried throughout the rest of the season. I expect nothing, what you said about Will Stein, this is who you are. This is the play caller that you are. If they go left, let's go right. If they go right, let's go left. If they know where we're going, run it anyway, right? Because you are the better team. And as a play caller, I think, a player, as a player, you feel the confidence of your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator, because whatever you're doing in the week and you start seeing the offensive coordinator calling those plays in the game, you say to yourself, okay, he saw something he liked it during the week and he's calling it and he's calling my number. And he's doing what he said he was going to do. That displays confidence in me and my offensive coordinator, the establishment, as a coaching staff. Because now what you're seeing is saying everything we do throughout the week is not in vain. Right.
Yeah.
And we know that everything's not gonna go perfectly. We know that everything is not going to be called. But when you start doing things that make sense, too much sense, that makes you get the players on the same path, right? And I think sometimes we just try to outsmart the defender. We try to outsmart the offense and trick the offense too much. Just play ball. Go up there, smack a guy in the face, and keep it moving. Right? Drive guys down to the ground. Like, block your guy. What Coach Skip used to say, block them up, make them pay. Right?
Block them up and make them pay.
And the price is high.
Yeah.
and someone's got to pay. But Wisconsin, sorry that you're gonna have to get this butt whooping.
I'm not. What you apologizing for? Listen, I would like to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. You knew you signed up for this. You asked for this. When you step onto that field, you take whatever comes with it. And what's coming with that game on Saturday is an ass whooping. Sorry. Let me not. I didn't.
He meant to say BTA.
A butt whooping. A butt whooping. That's what I meant to say. But I said what I said, and I meant what I said. So I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. And, and so,
all right,
with
Beyonce.
that, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. This is a team again who is absolutely struggling. They've done nothing over the last 2 games that when you go back and look at their last 2 games, this is a game who their quarterback and who they have in what is his name? His name is Hunter Simmons. Hunter Simmons. In the last 2 games, he hasn't thrown for 100 yards. And I'm talking about in totality, not just in one game, in totality in the last 2 games versus Iowa and versus Ohio State. This is a game, in my opinion, that like I said, this game should get out of hand fast. This game should be, it should, 1,000%. I'm gonna call a spade a square and a square a square. They sorry.
He said this should get out of hand fast.
Fast, just as fast as that Rutgers game got out of hand. Because listen, by the time I was able to look at a score, I was working at CBS, and I think it was Hakeem or it was Rich, whoever it was. They said, "Do you see the score of the Oregon game?" I'm like, "Oh, damn, what didn't happen now?" And I said, 43. Is that
42?
40 points?
Yeah.
Was it by half?
Yeah, by the half.
By the half. That's exactly what this game should look like. This game should look no different. Oregon is a 33.5-point favorite, Stu. You taking the over or under on that?
I'm taking over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, don't call the dog. Well, no, it's late in the season. You can call the dogs off, I guess. I want a shutout. I'm not gonna lie. And with that being said, that's all we got time for. Hey, Stu, I love you.
I love you too, dog.
And as always, ducks of a feather flock together, and we out.